Hi folks, welcome back to the channel, and today we're going to be unboxing another CD. Today we're going to be unboxing, this is Sta-Kaidan's, what does that say on the bottom? Inuyashiki. This is a live album by Sta-Kaidan, which I believe is a collab album between this one noise band that has the names, that has the Sta at the beginning of their names. I'll put it up on screen whenever I figure it out later on. And Sta-Kaidan, which is one of my personal favorite harsh noise bands, Sta-Kaidan. So this is a live album between the two. I know they're separate bands. I know, unless this is like a thing that Sta-Kaidan did at some point, or maybe Sta-Kaidan is a completely different band, and I'm just confusing both of those guys into one. But yeah, here it is. I like the little thingy down there that says nice price, and 1,980 yen, which in Canadian was like $20, I think. I got this off of Bandcamp, the same place that I got my Sexual Behaviors in the Human Male by the Giro Giri Gay CD. There's the spine and there's the back. We have the track list. Introduction. Artists: Marianne Kakumei Teki Nichiho, Amoeba, Kiga Kikyo, Shintaro That, Dendo Kokeshi, Junjo, and Meshi Kuwasero. Yeah. Live recorded at Earthdom Shinokubo, 16th of September 2023. So this is pretty recent. It's not like an old thing that was remastered. This was like a fairly new thing. And as far as I can tell, I haven't been able to find this album on YouTube or anywhere, or maybe I just didn't look hard enough. Maybe, I'm pretty sure, maybe as soon as you guys go and search it up on YouTube, you'll find it right there. But yeah, this is a live album, noise, I believe. I mean, if it's Sta-Kaidan, it's bound to be something to do with noise, you know. I love Japanese releases of CDs. They're always so funny and quirky looking. Live at Inuyashiki. Oh yeah, it's called Live at Inuyashiki. Not just Inuyashiki, it's Live at Inuyashiki. Oops, thing fell. Alright, opening it up. I always feel the need to open these things off camera because if you know anything about bands like the Gyros and Hanatarash and just all those guys, you know that they love being provocative. They love using not safe for work images on their albums just to shock you and be like, oh, we're noise, so we're harsh and we're gonna put this in your face. But it doesn't look like they did that here. There's the disc and there's the band themselves. Looks like there's more stuff in there. Again, I'm gonna open it off screen just to make sure I can show that. They're playing barrels. They're playing metal barrels. They're playing... What even is that? I don't even know. But yeah, I love... If you've ever seen harsh noise, photos taken during the underground punk movement in Japan in the 80s and 90s, all those black and white images look so cool. And this is no different because, this is going to a harsh noise show is not the same as going to a regular show for a mainstream pop or rap or hip hop or whatever artist, because these guys they don't really have to follow the standards that a lot of above ground artists have to follow. They don't exactly have to be PG at their shows, because the people who go to harsh noise shows are harsh noise fans, so you know what you want, and what you want is noise and chaos and sometimes nudity, but they're not really allowed to do that anymore, I think. Yeah, the shows have significantly toned down over the years. I think the peak of the shows were Hanatarash and the Giro Giri Gay and Merzbow, especially Hanatarash with the infamous, the one, the only Bulldozer. incident, which there is no video of, which sucks because I would give my left big toe, just to see a video of the bulldozer incident. But for now, it's lost media, and it could very well be that there's no video of that, because there were a lot of not only were people not really recording shows at that time, because people just went to these shows to be like, oh well, what's this, but there were a lot of regulations also in the places that they recorded. Sometimes some of them were like S&M clubs, which are sadomasochism clubs, and you're not really allowed to record in those places. But I don't think Haneda Rush ever performed in those places. I think it's just a case of people who didn't want to record or didn't have a camera to record. So all we have, thankfully, what we do have is images of what happened that day. But that is going to go down as like one of the greatest shows of all time, is the Haneda Rush Bulldozer show. It was... that's never going to happen again unless somebody as crazy as Yamatsuka Ai comes up on the scene. But yeah, that is my unboxing of Live at Inuyashiki 2023 by Sta-Kaidan. I highly recommend you listen to Hijo Kaiden. Now that I remember, I think the other band's name is Stalin or whatever. Not that Stalin, but some other Stalin. I don't know. I'll put it up on the screen. Highly recommend you listen to Hijo Kaiden, though. They're one of the best noise bands ever. Harsh noise. They make really abrasive and aggressive noise. They're almost, if not more aggressive than the Gyros and Haneda Rush. But yeah, that's it for today, folks. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye-bye.